Before we get started, and nobody's really going to care or know who these people are, but I'm going to give you a little bit of background on this. So, the lady who's on the screen right here, her name is Kimber Lee, and like I said, I have no fucking idea who this person is, but is a professional wrestler, okay? Wrestles for Impact, former TNA, if you guys remember from way back in the day, but she's been signed by Impact, and I pay a little bit of attention to professional wrestling from time to time. I'll check the results of different promotions whenever I think about doing it, but it's nothing that stays in my regular rotation, especially with the more tertiary promotions that are out there. But this caught my eye because, okay, while I might not know a whole lot about these people, what I do know is that I have a pretty good sense when it comes to seeing some fucking Me Too allegations and somebody trying to be opportunistic. I can pretty much smell that from a mile away, and that's exactly what the fuck this reeks of right now. And unfortunately for the guy who's being accused of all this stuff, he's paying the price on the back of fake fucking allegations. As far as I'm concerned, there's no proof here, okay? There are some pictures, and there are, like I said, some allegations in some opportunistic timing when you look at when you look at everything in scope here. So here we have posted yesterday, and then the moves were made today. So just to put everybody on the proper timeline here. Hey, WWE NXT. Funny, you work for Impact. Why are you tagging somewhere that has zero interest in you? This is my face after your tag champ, Nash got wasted and hit me so hard it split my lip open. He told me I'm a wrestler, so I'm always marked up. I've hid this for a year. Anybody else big old fucking red flag out there? Fucking starting to send off signals in your head? I've hid this for more than a year. Did you really? Did you really? Or did you just take some pictures from maybe after you worked a weekend, you had a swollen face, and maybe you thought, I need some images to just hold back because there's nothing there. Okay, that could literally be anything. Okay, I'll just zoom in a little bit for you guys to see as well. How do you know that wasn't nothing? She's a rather large girl, if I can keep it 100 for everyone. She's a big chick, so maybe that's like, okay, a red mark on the cheek. It's like, okay, cool. Is that an elbow? Is that a fist? Is that a wall? Is that nothing? Like, and who's to even say? Okay, so you got some runny eye makeup. Could have been working in the ring. It's really incredibly hard to say. There's nothing there that's conclusive. You could have told me that a dog attacked you because you're also a vet tech, as you can see in the background. Okay, cool. There's theoretically swelling that's supposed to be there. Is that what's supposed to be on display? Or it also says that you can't see the text of the tweet, so I'll just go ahead and I'll scale this back out. Yeah, hid this for more than a year and even forgave him, but I can't hide it anymore. Why now? Why now exactly? And then there's a follow-up tweet to this, and we don't need to read all of the respondents to her latest tweets and all that stuff because, well, they're actually, considering the fan base that is professional wrestling, most of them are pretty base. There's a couple of simps that are in there that's like, oh, he did this to himself. There's no evidence on the table that this dude did literally anything. I'm aware of who Nash is, right? Because that wasn't his name. He used to be in the Rascals when they worked for Impact, and that's where these two... I don't know if they're still married, but they were at least in a relationship in some form or fashion, okay? Like I said, don't know these people, but I know a fucking fake allegation when I see one. You all wanted the proof. I don't know if anybody was really clamoring for this. There it is. I'm so sorry I backed out. But he was telling me lies all weekend to get me not to say anything. You're going to see a lot of abdication of responsibility around here. I was in a toxic relationship for so long, and oh my God, it was everybody else's fault except for mine, and here's all the proof that's out there. So take a look at the people that are tagged in this post right here. WWE NXT and Nash So the guy who apparently did something, hit her so hard it split her lip open. Okay, in the pictures that are taken, it's already healed like for a long like, I'll just pull this one up. The best place that you can see the supposed cut that's there, you could, I guess you could kind of see some sweat, maybe, if you're being extra charitable, and it just kind of looks like what could be a dog paw scratch. Literally, it could be anything, and the only thing that you say, oh, I got hit. How'd you get hit? I did. All right. You can't even make that out there. It's impossible. It's fucking impossible, okay? And even still, where's the fucking police report? If you actually had proof, you'd have the fucking documents there for everybody, okay? To make these credible allegations, to win over public support and sentiment. But let's keep it 100 here. You haven't been booked in Impact for a very, very long time. She's worked one match this year, okay? The last time she worked was March 13th. And then before that, December? A few dates in December of 2021. And she has, she worked the pre-show for Impact, and that's her primary place of work, as opposed to the guy that she's currently trying to slander, who just over the weekend, Saturday afternoon, became tag champions for NXT. It doesn't really mean a whole lot, but still, he's one of the champions on one of the main WWE brands. Very opportunistic timing when it comes to all this stuff. Oh, I was being threatened and harassed over the weekend. Somebody who's about to win a fucking championship. Do you really think that you're going to be front and center in his mind on this kind of stuff? Or were you just trying to cause a stir so that maybe you can get some more bookings and some sympathy? Because professional wrestling over the past couple of years has gone through this sort of, what did they call it? The speaking out movement. Yeah, there were a bunch of fucking unverifiable allegations that ended up, at least the big name that comes to mind on that. Actually, there's two of them. There was a guy that worked briefly for AEW. He ended up getting fucking caught up in that stuff, and he went to rehab and never ever kind of came back. So whatever the fuck happened there. And then Marty Scurll's life is pretty much over. So, and that's probably what's going to happen here with this dude. Let's be fair on this. So here's another one, and take a look at everybody who's tagged in this one, okay? And this one it wasn't a part of the first Twitter thread, as you can see, and it just immediately starts to go into other people, and she was reposting different supportive comments on her timeline, which we're going to get to after this. And then she posts this one, which had nothing to do with anything. If you were just out there providing proof of what went on, why would you post this slanderous picture from, I don't know, I don't do social media and all that kind of stuff. Doesn't the little timer in the corner mean Snapchat? And again, let's just be 100% on this one, okay? Every man who has ever shaved before has done the fucking Hitler mustache. And that is clearly in a fucking bathroom of some form or fashion. So this is a funny picture that was on the internet briefly. Okay, because nobody in their fucking right mind, honestly, is walking around with a Hitler mustache, okay? And that's why it was on a timed photo sharing service, and you screen capped it. These broads, man, they are out of control. Just another look into the kind of person Nash Carter is. Somebody who likes to share jokes? Like, what are we doing here? WWE, NXT, and WWE. So, now, she didn't get enough attention the first time around, so, hey, guess what? I've got this whole the whole blacklist catalog that I can just scroll through. Oh, and guess what? Oh, here you go. Here's another one. I've hid so much for so long because I was so mentally abused. Everything bad in life was happening to me. Even though I have worked one date this entire year, and I was being sparsely used towards the end of 2021 by the different promotions that were just starting up again that are in desperate need, or whatever fucking professional wrestling does with fucking ladies wrestlers. There's like a half dozen of them that are real decent in the West, but let's be fair, she's probably in the most competitive division that's around right now. So, and the fact that she can't get booked is very telling in and of itself. But yeah, no, all the proof that came out, and then you have this slanderous picture. Let's be fair, it's obviously a fucking joke, but no. Here, we're gonna make some more, or we're gonna show some more proof, or her proof. Not to mention the countless full alphabet mafia designation, LGBTQIA plus statements him and his family make. So now you're gonna try to drag his family, who have nothing to fucking do with this? What are you gonna come out and say about his tag team partner? How about that as well? But we're just going to run down her Twitter timeline. I'm sure this is going to change. That's why we're just going to try to keep this as a record, because if she was, trying to be smart about this, she would have been trying to delete some of these old posts. But anyways, yeah, March 29th. So what was that? Just before, just when all of the hustlers were coming into town. Yeah, so the Tuesday before everybody was trying to show up before, because WrestleMania was last weekend, and there's a bunch of different conventions that go on at the same time where some hustlers can set up a table and sign some autographs and take some pictures. And it's a good racket if you can do it, and you can make some money off of it. And obviously she was there. And then also because, Nash there was going to be working one of the big shows over the weekend, he was going to be there as well. And she decided that maybe I couldn't get back with the guy that I was that we were distanced from one another. I don't know their relationship status, but you can kind of glean a whole lot here. Anyways, checking out for a few days. Been harassed over the phone for about 12 hours now. Okay, what does that have to do with Twitter? Okay, you were talking, because what you're led to believe here with that post there is that she was talking on the phone or being accosted through different messages or through different phone calls for a 12-hour span. What does that have to do with checking out to Twitter, and why do you have to make the announcement considering it was the only post you made that day, and that your individual posts, you do like one or two, you did 2 individual ones the day before, and you were already working the different thirst traps, and then also, hey, you post sparsely, so if you didn't even bother making the announcement that you weren't going to be on Twitter for the next couple of days, nobody would have noticed. They would have assumed that you were busy because you were working conventions, because like you seen here, there's Blue Meanie, okay, there's some fans that are there as well, so obviously you're working conventions. Everybody would have just thought that you were busy, but no, you had to make this weekend about you. I'm sorry, but the fact that I'm not ready to talk about this is why some of y'all are dragging me as ridiculous. As you can see here, just based on the metrics on this tweet, it doesn't look like it got all that much traction, really. All of the traction came from the next one, because it was an overwhelming ratio in your favor. 121 comments, 98 retweets, and 1,740 likes, okay? So that just means everybody was like, okay, cool, you want to peace out from social media for the weekend or for the next couple of days? That's dope. Best of luck. Catch you later. But no. Theoretically, not that long after that, I'm sorry, but the fact that I'm not ready to talk is why some of y'all are dragging me is ridiculous. Nobody cares. That's the main important thing on this one, and that's kryptonite to women, by the way. Anyways, I've been going through emotional and mental abuse and hell since October. Nobody took the bait before, so now I've just got to go ahead and roll everything out just a little bit more. So somebody will eventually take the bait. As you can see, it really worked there, because it just went from being just kind of an innocuous tweet where, hey, I'm just going to chill out for a minute, to people starting to talk about it, retweet it a lot more, and then like it a little bit less, okay? Starting to wonder, oh girl, what's going on? Oh my god, you've been in abuse and hell since October. This seems like an awful long time. Oh, October, right? You were working quite a bit more in October, right? Yeah, no, you were actually a steady regular on Impact all the way through the month, in fact. That's weird. And you were working Shimmer as well, and Shine, and but you were going through hell at the time, right? Yeah, no, definitely, 100%. To the point where I have almost taken my life. Again, we can just make these unquantifiable and unverifiable accusations that, yes, I almost attempted or thought about suicide. All right, cool. That sucks. Don't do that. A permanent solution to a temporary problem. Don't ever reasonably consider it. But again, very easy accusations to make, and very easy sympathy bait that you can throw out there. So, okay. Look at how you're treating a victim. Look at how you're framing the narrative on this one. Okay, I'm a victim. Everything bad in life happened to me. Shame on you. Shame on you for making your own private problems public and not reaching out for, you know, like actual help on this one. You're just trying to get sympathy points, dude. And then, yeah, no, her break was really a long time, not even a full day later, reactive abuse. And then posting all of these fucking wine mom memes that are, or inspirational posts, inspirational memes that are out there. I know my truth. And I know my story. I am not alone. And then, yeah, reactive abuse, retweeting all that fucking nonsense. And then, hey, no, yeah, that's why I said maybe could have been, you know, a paw or something like that. Because, yeah, she's also a vet tech. So, just saying, trying to set up, trying to get her last gasp and trying to get her kicks in before she has to go back to civilian life. Because I don't know how you are a recognizable name in professional wrestling in today's day and age as a woman and you can't fucking get consistent work anywhere. It's just weird. I'm just saying. So yeah, the rest of them are just, you know, this is after I'm going to be taking a break for a while. Then she immediately starts to ramp up her social media presence. I'm going to be running a marathon at Disney. It's like, cool, you're still in the area. As you can see, proud. April 2nd. Okay, April 2nd. That's the first time that it's just some kind of post that's out there. What happened? What happened there? Proud. Okay, April 2nd. Okay. Then she retweeted somebody that just referenced the fact that Nash would have just retaken the tag team titles. At least was one half of them. So she tweets out proud with a purple and green heart. And then runs it back again and says, oh yeah, I bet that stings, get in MSK, whatever, some fucking sped that's out there being an idiot on Twitter. That's fine. Nope, I'm a proud wife, using the same colored heart emoji, the emojis that are on there. I don't use emojis because I'm not fucking 5 on Twitter. And then that same day, she continues to post about what is apparently their relationship, because this follows on. You literally aren't a part of our lives, so stop assuming. Thanks. That's in relationship to you literally said he's abusing you. You could have ruined his career. Foreshadowing. That's what I would call that. But then she's like, no, you're not a part of our lives, and don't worry, everything's going to work out fine. We're totally going to get ahead of this. It wasn't a 12-hour long relentless harassment campaign on a fucking phone call in the past couple of days. Don't worry about any of that stuff, okay? And then say what you want, say what you think. The truth is nothing on this app. The truth is nothing on this app matters. That's why you were trying to get sympathy a couple of days beforehand. I gotta fucking call it out here. It's questionable to say the least. Never mind's made up, but I put out a little too much personal information the other day. Then why didn't you delete it? And this could have fucking gone on, but don't worry about it. But I did not lie. I'm gonna go back to the people that matter. Thanks. Love, Nash Carter. And starts posting a whole bunch of other stuff, and then, oh yeah, I got a couple of new bookings that are coming up in the future that I'm going to be there, and all of that stuff will be great. And then all of a sudden on the 4th, what changed? What fucking changed, huh? I'm a survivor. I'm a princess who saves herself, and I'm finally free. What changed to, hey, everybody, nothing on this app really matters. Nothing's really true. And then all of a sudden, now I'm free and everything's going to be wonderful. Cool. So you drop all of those spicy allegations. You post a bunch of inflammatory stuff, and stupid WWE ends up taking the bait. And this dude loses his fucking job, and he's going to become persona non grata, especially in WWE, on the back of what exactly? The only person who has quantifiably done nothing provable so far is the guy getting punished, okay? WWE, were they in a tough situation? No, they could have ignored some fucking bipolar sped on Twitter, and they could have just been like, well, I guess it's kind of a little bit uncomfortable that our new tag team champions, somebody's trying to be fucking vengeful on the internet, but other than that, life goes on. They normally treat their audience like they have fucking short-term memory loss, and then they just keep running shit back that was just a brand new or forgotten a couple of fucking months ago, so don't worry about any of that stuff. But no, this was on Twitter, and that's important, because WWE, we listen to our fans. No, you don't. You just fucking try to placate the people on Twitter who don't watch your product anyways. We've seen the ratings. We know nothing matters. But all of this stuff happened over WrestleMania weekend, when their most eyes are going to be on the product throughout the entire fucking year. So now this guy catches some sort of a fucking wonky stank-ass Me Too case, which I think we can pretty much say that's what this is, okay? Because there's no proof on this one, no police report filed. I didn't see anything like that that's out there. Somebody would have sleuthed it up by this point, but yep. Nash Carter is out, and it's going to be interesting because NXT ran their show yesterday or something like that. I think they run Tuesdays, yeah. So he's out of a job. The tag team, well, his tag team partner is going to be in tough because WWE is kind of moving towards, well, back to what made them completely and utterly unsuccessful in the early 2000s or late 2000s, early 2010s, where it's just going to be a bunch of fucking big guys and big women. If you've seen some of the fucking pictures that totally organically trend on Twitter, guys who they're just gonna train to work their boring fucking style, those are the guys that are in. And the little flippy guys who can actually work a match and hold the attention of the audience in today's current climate, now they're on the way out because I don't know, pal, we need some fucking brainless idiots that just come straight out of college and fail to get on an NFL roster to just come in and they'll just I don't know, invent a love of professional wrestling. Should work out great, but here's the story. As first reported by Sean Ross Sapp, the 27-year-old has been let go following allegations of domestic abuse by his wife. Interesting. Bipolar. Impact Wrestling, Kimber Lee. Photos of Lee with a swollen jaw, allegedly caused by Carter, were posted by her on Monday. Lee tagged her in the official NXT Twitter account. Yeah, that's the account there, which again, over a year ago, backlogging all of the fucking blackmailable pictures that she could possibly find. That's what it reeks of to me. Don't think that this is just a unique case to this situation, guys. Trust me, in today's day and age, your girl that's out there has a catalog of all the fucking wonk shit that they can use if anything goes sideways, and they will use it to blackmail you and to fucking leave you in financial ruin because these bitches ain't loyal. On Tuesday, Lee posted a photo of Carter dressed up as Adolf Hitler. Was he dressed up as Adolf Hitler, or did he just have the fucking goofy mustache and giving a Nazi hey, that's a Roman salute, by the way. If it was a real Nazi salute, he'd be over fighting for the Ukraine Azov battalion. She captioned her photo with, yeah, we already went through that, and also just making, oh my god, he's saying anti-gay statements. Can you prove any of those? Oh, you gotta think of some before I can post them on Twitter. Carter is currently one half, well, not anymore, I guess. Does he get to keep the belt? One half of NXT's Tag Team Champions, along with his MSK partner, Wes Lee. Again, WWE with their creative fucking naming conventions. You got Nash Carter, which is just, I don't know, throwing some fucking names in the hat and whatever 2 tickets you pull out. There you go. Or Wes Lee. Really? They defeated the Creed brothers. I don't know who they are. And former champions Imperium in a triple threat match to win the belts at Stand and Deliver on Saturday when she was still proud of her husband. But what changed? Oh, he was probably going to leave your fat ass and you just couldn't handle that anymore. And ergo, enter the fucking blacklist. Well, what's going to end up coming to this? 27-year-old kid's fucking career in professional wrestling is over. Something that he's worked for a very fucking long time is starting to reach the apex of his profession. Two-time, I'm pretty sure, yeah, two-time NXT Tag Team Champion, okay, was on the way to be moving on to the main roster, and then all of a sudden he gets his fucking knees chopped out from under him by a vengeful ex-wife. Yep. You see it all the time, but yeah, I've seen this story pop up, and it's like, dude, this is so fucking obvious, but we'll see where it goes from here. But with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. Why don't you follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.